पूजिता मा गृधः कस्य विश्वविधनम् विद्यां च अविद्यां च यस्तदेव भयं स विद्वामृतं सिद्ध्वा अविद्वामृतं सनते ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः नमस्कार।
Thank you, Kanagga. Today here with us our Vivekananda Vigyan Mission, the Vigyan Bharati West Bengal chapter, Vice President Dr. Sharbari Sen. I would like to request Dr. Sharbari Sen to say a few words and say her wishes for this program. Sharbari ma'am, please. Ma'am is not audible. So let us continue with our program. So I would like to use this opportunity to introduce our speaker, today's speaker. Today here with us, Dr. Ashish Majumdar. Sir is the professor of Water Resource Engineering, School of Water Resource Engineering, Jadavpur University. And sir holding some very key positions in Jadavpur University as a nodal officer, key resource center, Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation, and the nodal officer of Regional Facilitation Center, Eastern Region, National Medicinal Plants Board member, coordinator of Regional Central National Afforestation and Eco Development Board. So I would like to request Professor Ashish Majumdar ji to start his lecture and to enlighten us about this National Science Day and the importance of water management, water conservation. Thank you, sir.
Namaskar. At the outset, I'd like to thank the organizer, Sri Shripad MK, organizing secretary, Vigyan Bharati, West Bengal and Jharkhand, and also its West Bengal chapter, Vivekananda Vigyan Mission, for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts, whatever I would like to share with you all, whatever I'm trying to do in my academic career, and it's a great opportunity for me to be to be with you all at this juncture. And really, it's very important for all of us to celebrate the National Science Day, which is, basically it is the day of 28th of February, which means, we are celebrating that day, particularly remembering the great son of our country, the great scientist of the world, and in his recognition of his contribution in the science, it is our great pride, it is our great, I must say that I always feel proud that in 1930, he, C.V. Raman got the Nobel Prize. And, being a person who has worked on light, wavelength, so many things of important aspect of physics. But the most importantly, he has highlighted the importance of the water. Today actually I have selected the name of the title of my lecture in basically the name, the title, whatever I am now going to tell you, has been given by no other than our most respected C.V. Raman. And so I will start with that itself. And I'm sharing the presentation. Is it visible?
No, sir.
Okay. It was there, but if I do things, that's one. Now is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
So the name, as I have told you, already this name has been given, this title has been given by no other than C.V. Raman. Actually, he has written an article on water, and he has told it is an elixir of life. And now all of us understand, well, we started to understand the importance of water and how he has defined it is an elixir of life in 1930. We should remember that. We should have to understand what sort of, if you have the foresightedness, you can only see this. And most importantly, what a scientist should have is nothing but the realization of the importance of science in the every aspect, whether directly he's working on water or not is not very important. It's important understanding the future and what is becoming the more important, And you see, it is nothing but the observation. He has observed from the history of development of mankind, history of development of any civilization. He has noticed that water has the maximum important role to play. So let me take this, let me take this particularly, in 1928, when Dr. Chandrasekhar Venkat Raman discovered a phenomenon known as the Raman effect. And for this remarkable discovery, he got the Nobel Prize in 1930. And in 1986, the National Council of Science and Technology Communication requested that February 28 be designated as National Science Day by the Government of India. The occasion is now held in schools, colleges, universities, and other science, engineering, medical, and research organizations throughout India. And I am very happy to see the Vigyan Bharati also observing it with so much of devotion. The first thing what I'd like to show is that due to Raman effect, the water molecules in sea scatter the white sunlight to wavelengths that mostly fall in the blue regime of light spectra, and hence sea appears blue. So first slide I have chosen that why the sea appears blue. The sea appears blue, and the reason and everything has been found we can find it out with the help of Raman effect. And that is why how the presence of different molecules can influence the wavelength of the light has been beautifully demonstrated, and this question could be answered only with the help of Raman's effect, that how the sea appears blue. Now you see the true elixir of life, initially I took only for his write-ups some salient points. One is that humankind has always searched in vain for an imaginary elixir of life. What we try throughout life, we try to get something, Amrit. Amrit Vandat, we want to find it out. If I get that Amrit Kumbha, then with taking a drop of it, we want to be immortal.
As
Yeah. Am I audible? Am I not audible? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please continue.
Okay, okay. Then that's why I'm telling you, even if we take some drop of the elixir, we can achieve the immortality. But Raman nicely found out, the true elixir of life, and that is nothing but water. And this single liquid can change the entire scene, our existence, our progress, our development, everything is depending on water. So he remembers that he was standing on the line which separates the Libyan desert from the valley of the Nile in Egypt. So on one side, the Libyan desert, and other side, the life in Egypt. In between, the Nile is flowing. So it is very important how we could utilize the water for our existence, and how water is important for a civilization to exist. So on one side was vast area covered with sand and without speck of green or a single living thing. On the other side, one of the greatest, most fertile and densely populated areas of Nile. So this in Egypt. So that is what is the very important in one word. The only thing which made the difference was water. So it was the water of the river Nile which makes the difference. One, there is life, one is there is civilization, and another there is a desert. So that is the line of water. It demands whether should we go for our existence, for the sustainable development, or should we go for becoming a desert one day. So we take granted this common substance in everyday life, but we forget that water is the most and wonderful thing on the earth, as Raman has told. And most of the important is that you see the agriculture, everything is dependent on our survival, is dependent how it is dependent on this water. He has also, highlighted the useful or the important way how our southern India utilize the rain-fed tanks. Nowadays we are talking about the rainwater harvesting. The Chola regime in South India, they are the pioneers of introducing big rain-fed tanks and how they are useful in conserving rainwater. So water conservation, we already have shown the path to the world. So it is one of the very initial thing in the world where rainwater harvesting concept has worked, and successfully this has worked for South India. Then obviously there are other regimes also on the other part, but first obviously is on the South India, and that is the dynasty of Cholas. Next you see, if we try to see, even he has written about the soil erosion, the problem of soil erosion, how this is becoming an important thing, how we are getting the problem of sedimentations, so many things he has really mentioned in his 2-page notes, which I have gone through. And I'm really cherished. Our sir, C.V. Raman, did so many things, so many concepts, during the time of 1930s or before 1930s. Now, whatever we are trying to do, let me discuss with it. Here, before going to all the theories and all these things, I rather prefer whatever the small thing I have done through different projects in the different rural areas of West Bengal. One is some of the issues and challenges I would like to discuss, but the main thing which I would like to share with you are the two case studies which I am fortunate that I have been able to implement in the field. Obviously, that is embedded with the research, a part of it, but the most important research to me is the application research, and that I did try to do. Whatever I have achieved, it's the credit goes to my group, and whatever discredit is there, that goes to me only. So I obviously my colleagues, my students, particularly my research scholars, who put all their endeavor in helping me to do something in the real field, in the field of water resources management or water resources development. So that I'd like to discuss today. There are two pictures. This picture, obviously, the top one doesn't, it is not really, it's taken from the, probably from the net. But this is a real life picture where I have worked. This is that time picture, There is a small river known as Futiari River, so which is a tributary to Darokeshwar. So this river, having all the time, it's a river bed. If you see, this sand bed where our mothers, they are digging they dig the hole, and what they do is that in the ditch they collect after some time the water is coming, because the water is flowing below the river bed. Only during the monsoon they have a lot of water, and just the monsoon or one rainfall spell is over, it is becoming dry like this. And particularly this is obviously after the monsoonal period, but even the monsoon I have seen, which is a time 8 meter, 10 meters of flow is taking place, even for after 1 or 2 days strong heavy rain spell, I have found that it is over flooded. But after 72 hours, 96 hours, gradually it becomes thinner and thinner, and ultimately you won't find much water flowing through that. And then these people are forced to take the water. So, and there are a lot of epidemic has come, cholera sort of thing. And that has been reported in the newspaper also, that I will share with you. That attracts me, and I suggest we try to develop certain model here. And then I approached Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, and I am fortunate enough they have given me initially one project to really make an online or a real survey in the field, do whatever testing or thing is required, and come up with a net proposal of development. So I did both the thing. We got a very impressive model that we have developed, and afterwards government has given DST has given me the second stage, and both the projects, this project has been implemented. And anybody can go there and can see that. I will discuss with that, but before to that, let me tell you what are the problems now, what are the different solution methods and problem solving measures. Let me just chalk out certain points. Water scarcity and water demand, that is there, Now all of you know what is the position of our country. The position of our country during the time of independence, that is in the 1950, we have a lot of water, in the sense our per capita water availability, water availability. That means in a 1 year, how much water is available per person? It was 5,000 cubic meter per year, 5,000 cubic meter. This has gone down now less than 1,600 cubic meter in many of the areas. Obviously, in our country, there is a lot of spatial diversity. Spatial diversity, on one hand, we have a very good rainfall in the Mosin Gram, where we have 11,000 millimeter of rainfall, whereas we have only 100 millimeter of rainfall in our Barmer, that is a West Rajasthan area. You see what is the variation? It's a variation, and you see what is our India's average is coming out. That taking all these things, we got 1,190 millimeter per year, mean annual rainfall. So on one hand, we have almost 1,200 millimeter of rainfall. On other hand, on the west side, we have as low as 100 millimeter of rainfall in Barmer, and we have 11,000 millimeter of rainfall in northeast, Mosindram or Chirapunji. So you see, what is the variation? So that is also a challenging. I am telling you, it is not that there is no challenge. There are a lot of challenges. So the science, and we who are associated with the science, for us, it is very, very important to do something which will help us to manage this important natural resource for our existence. And that's why I'm telling you the water scarcity now, mainly due to the population. There is a huge population rise from 1950 to 1947 or 50 to now 2021. So there is an increase of that population. So per capita water availability is going on decreasing and decreasing. And if it is up above 1,700 cubic meter per capita per year, then obviously we don't have any problem. We have problem if it falls below. You see, we were in 5,000 cubic meter per capita per year in 1950, and which has been gone down to less than 1,600 millimeter. In some areas, let us not discuss some of the areas really have drought prone, really have a very small rainfall. Even if you do not consider those things also, there are many areas where this is now approaching towards 1,000 cubic meter per capita per year. That means we are going to face water scarcity to a great extent. And if it falls below 1,000, it is almost very much highly water scarcity will start. And if it falls below 500, water famine will start. So this is what is the scenario at this moment. So these are there. We have to take up the challenges. And in India, I am very hopeful that we have the potential, we have the talent, we have the our people who would be able to really do something if we can give them a good guidance. Whatever the role everybody has to play, that has been played by all of us, then we will be able to bring our nation out of this problem. Now you see the hydrological, hydrogeological critical areas are there. That is a natural thing. Over exploitation of, like, you know, in our West Bengal, I am referring to Purulia, Bakura, these areas, you know, over exploitation of groundwater, because whenever there is no water is available, surface water, you know, it needs a lot of money also to bring the water from a distant place to your own area. So that is also challenging. Now you see water quality problems, arsenic and fluoride, these are all geogenic problems. And this is what is our recklessness of wastewater disposal. We are you know, polluting the water, good water, and then we are making it a wastewater, and after that wastewater, it is getting disposed of to, you know, rampantly, not taking into account how it is, you know, further harming the better water that is existing. So we have to treat the wastewater before it is discharged to a natural system. Rainwater harvesting is one of the solutions, groundwater recharging, watershed management, adaptation of circular economy concept. Then what are the different models that we can develop? Is the integrated cost-effective model, energy efficient, community-based water and wastewater treatment systems for deployment in India, community-based arsenic removal system. There are divided governmental scheme is there. I had been also, you know, the key resource persons of the, we call it, say, you know, the government of India, Minister of Drinking Water and Sanitation. We are the key resource center, our School of Water Resources Engineering, and key resource center for, you know, the drinking water system, how we can do it. And we can do a lot of things also with the arsenic removal system we have developed, which is cost effective and for the rural people, they can easily apply. It is all is energy efficient, and most of that doesn't need that much of at all any energy for the treatment. Now we see these are the problems: skeletal fluorosis, open defecation is a great problem till now, but yes, our government of India with different schemes are now trying to really get rid of this. Nirmal Gram, Gram is our main, main target, and obviously we have to achieve it. And then you will find that unhygienic source of water supply, because this is totally, contaminated, and people are taking the water from the tube well. So tube well can be easily affected. The water can be affected, with the help of this waste dumps, will leach and it will contaminate the water. So it should be taken care of. Very simple thing, which anybody can take it. Anybody means any panchayat body or anybody can take it up very simply if we have the consciousness. That consciousness, that awareness need to be developed, and people have to understand that without this, our existence will be at stake. And this already I have discussed, and this is another drinking water demand in the Rajasthan areas. From a well, people are trying to get it. This is arsenicosis patient, skin cancer due to this arsenic contamination, which is prevalent in our West Bengal or any Ganga, Brahmaputra, Meghna basin. And this is also fluorosis in some of the part of our West Bengal. India's water resource. So that's why I'm telling you, we have 4% of the world's renewable water resource. 4 to 5%, you can say. Whereas 2% of the global land mass, that is 2.14 to be precise. So we have the area, geographical area, only 2% of the world. 4% and 17% of the global population. We would like to really have to cater, we have to cater rather, not likely, we have to cater more than 17% of the global population. But what we do have in our hand, only 4% of the world's renewable water resource. How much do we have that 2% of the global land mass? So with this, we take up this challenging area. It should not be in our mind that we are incapable, we are not doing anything. It is not true. Yes, there are a lot of steps we have to take. We have to go a mile, but at the same time, we have achieved something. See, with this resource of 4% and 2%, we are catering 17% of the global population. We are giving them the service, we are giving them the food, we are giving them the water, but still we have to go a long way we have to go so that we can become a really developed country in its humanitarian sense. High climate variability, seasonal and interannual. 80% precipitation only from June to September. So this much of water is coming that we are to really how we can hold up it. How we can hold that much amount of water, because it is coming only within the 4 to 5 months. And rest of the months we have to manage with this. So sometimes when the water is coming from the sky, we have nothing to do but to rather suffer from flood, from the different water logging conditions. But how to utilize that water is very, very important. How spatial variability, already I have told you how this is important. And water resource issues of India is a lot of water resources issues are there, which we can consider. I'm telling you I am going by the headlines, that water critical for our livelihoods. We need water supply, sanitation, and food security. These are all integrated approach, because that is very important. Today's theme of National Science Day is that should be our integrated approach, and water supply, sanitation, and food security, these should be taken as a integrated way, not as a different way. We have to converge our different, because they are interlinked. That is very, very important. And then you see the critical to economic growth in many sectors. And also you see the stressed water resource base, because our population is increasing. We are with that also we are polluting understandingly, without understanding or with understanding, with greed, that needs to be checked. So that needs to be controlled, that needs to be monitored, that needs to be treated. So that is what is very, very important. You see, one of our mother is taking the water from the railway tracks, in Mumbai, just a puddle between railway tracks in Mumbai. So that is also one of the things. Water policy timeline in India, if you see, we have gone for the development 2015, 2018. Many of that scheme has come up, although there are also some scheme from 2000 also, but we have also the Water Environmental Act. Everything is there. But still, we need to really implement to its fullest extent, and that we are trying to do. And it is a duty of all the citizens of our country. And you see, some of the key policy highlights include basin level governance, which the government is always developing very beautiful schemes. Only our responsibility, how it could be really done, how it really could be achieved so that we can reach to the goal. Groundwater bill is there, innovative irrigations is there, global partnerships is there, and NITI Aayog has sought to establish a composite water management index for the country. And this index, what it is expected that this index will establish a public national platform providing information on key water indicators across states. But everybody, every administration, whether it is in any state, they all have to come up to reach the goal of the national goal, because these data, when the data is not there, you won't be able to do anything. Government is spending a lot of money. We are expecting, with the help of our nowadays the information system, this has developed to the greatest extent, but still one cannot get all the data at its finger. Why we have a tendency, being even in science, how to real governmental tapism sort of thing is taking place, and we try to hold the data, and this data, for our academicians, I am telling you, it is one of our sufferings that we are not getting the data. Our scholars are not getting the data. Everything is not possible to repeat, which a government can do. That is not always possible to take that amount of survey by an institute. But if we get this data, we can give a transparent what is going on here, what is the challenges, how we are going to rather more critical conditions or in improved conditions. Everything is needed to be looked into. Government is giving the full support, but everybody has a role to play. Every concerned agencies, they have to really disseminate the data, disseminate the information, and then only we will be able to achieve the goal of composite water management. And you see, this is the depth to water level map. This is all is available. I'm not telling you, even I got this data from the governmental websites only, but still I'm telling you to show you what is the water scarcity scenario, as I've already told you, what we are facing now. And this is the arsenic and fluoride contamination. Location of iron in groundwater, that is very important, because as the iron is, our permeable limit is now 1. Earlier it was 0.3 milligram per liter. Now we have increased it up to 1 milligram per liter. But before, if it exceeds more than that value, obviously that is a challenge for us. We have to remove it. Even the chloride contamination is there, apart from the other contamination I've already mentioned. So what I want to say here, that rather I would like to go to this. You see, this is what is known as a Ganga Brahmaputra Meghna basin. If you see this, our VVM basin or Ganga basin, you will find that it is the hotspots of different things. Our Ganga basin, you see, starting from our Rishikesh to even if you go to our end of it on the Ganga basin, that is Upper Ganga, Middle Ganga, and Lower Ganga basin, you will find that what are the critical hotspots I tried to show. I'm telling you, these our present government has initiated a process under Namami Gange, or under the Clean Ganga mission, and my School of Water Resources Engineering, we are involved with this process for the last 4 years from 2017. That is, we are trying to find out the quality of river Ganga water for the state of West Bengal, and in the other states, other academic institutes are doing. In our states, initially, School of Water Resources Engineering is only there, but it was very difficult for us to cover all these things, and we are increasing the ambit. So there are, other people are there. Now, how we are doing it? We actually basically try to find out what are the gross polluting industries. Now, gross polluting industries means those industries which have the potential to pollute grossly by discharging their, effluents, and if they have a BOD more than 100 kg BOD load, and totally in one day they can, if they may discharge 100 kg of BOD load, they have that potential because of their production. Then these companies we are called grossly polluting industries. So these grossly polluting industries in West Bengal, we took that survey, we did that survey. Now, along with IIT Kharagpur has also joined for the last 3 years, and we were only in the 2017-18, and gradually they are entering, and now IIEST also, Shivpur, they are also entering into that scenario. So we all trying to find out the different industry, we visit them, we try to find out what effluent they are discharging to the canals, because ultimately that canals take this effluents to the Ganga, river Ganga. So some way or other they are going to be discharged in the river Ganga. So that needs a extensive thing is going on. And we find about in very recently, Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi ji has in his lecture, he has shown that with our exercise, 91% we have found that the compliance is possible to be achieved. Now they are really threatened in the sense that they are not going to do anything. They are not, otherwise the industry took it this way that we will never be punished, we will never be warned. So, but because the State Pollution Control Board, they have also some limitations, but they are trying their best. Now, what we are doing, along with the State Pollution Control Boards, without giving any notice, without informing anything, we just go to the premises, check the, at the different units, whatever they are discharging, how much load is going to be discharged. So these nice sort of things are now going on. But now this is what is, in a holistically, this program is being implemented. And this is a flagship program of the government of India. And this has been, approved in June 2014 with a budget outlay of rupees 20,000 crore. So the main objective is effective abatement of pollution, conservation, and rejuvenation of national river Ganga. So these are the different, some of the basic facts in West Bengal, but I'm not going to do all these things. Rather, I would, within 2-3 minutes, I would like to sum it up with the help of some of the work that I did. Initially, I've told you, this is the scenario, this is where it has happened, how we have done it. So that I just want in 1 or 2 lines I would like to tell you. This is a area known as, basically the district is the Purulia, the block is Kashipur, the Gram Panchayat is known as Shimla Dhanera, and the village name is Gutlia in West Bengal. And there, you see what we did a literature survey, we did the data collection, data analysis, everything, model development, output and results, and everything we did what we need to do. But prior to that, most important thing is this, pre-designed field survey and PRA. One of my students, during that point of time, he's doing Masters of Engineering, and then he gone to the field because he is from that area. So I took his advantage, he is there. I have told him, you do these things, it's a fantastic, your thesis work will be, and in future, if possible, you may do the PhD also, because here we will establish something. We have to do something, we have to demonstrate something. So what I would like to say is that there we did so many things, we tried to find out how this can be, we can do certain thing for the development of a model, and we have done it, and I'll show you. This is the drainage map or others, and this is what is, another steps for selection of sustainable water source. This is what is from the riverbed. I'm telling you, this experience we do have from the riverbed itself. From the riverbed, we took the water, out of the riverbed, because if you take this water, this is also, it's called a base flow. This is a riverbed of Damodar. You see, this is obviously the water will be flowing during the monsoon, and during the dry season, there is no flow of water. We have checked how much water is there. The government of West Bengal has requested their public health engineering department to find out certain locations where from they can extract water for the supply water treatment and then to supply to the villagers. It's a small group of water treatment plants that are being established in a World Bank project. So that was one of the work that I did to find out how much water it can be taken out from this. And you see the TDS. The TDS here is so nice. That is less than 40 to maximum of 70. So you see, it's a, if you take the water from the riverbed, you are trapping the, on one hand, you are trapping the flow, which is else you won't be able to see. Before it recharges the other groundwater, it is better we can utilize it because it is getting replenished or recharged through the river because during the rainy season. However, this is what I did in the Putiari river that I am talking about. It is the runoff is coming like that. What I did is that this river, I put a check dam. I put a check dam and then I put also a dike. This dike means nothing but a wall below the river bed. And the check dam is there obviously to collect the water is getting accumulated over here. And whatever the surface flow is taking place, that is directly, it cannot go directly passing it, laterally. It has to go just sideways. So what is happening is that the bed is getting recharged and there are a potential recharge is taking place through the lineaments because this is basically a rocky region. So just below the river head, only 2 meter to 2.1 meter, there is, soil. After that, you will find that is a rock. And that rock, we used to send water through we called it a, fault, or sometimes we called it a lineament in the terms of geological terms. So through that, this water is getting, and the foothill is because it's a slopey region, total rocky and slopey region of Purulia. And you see what sort of changes we have done, and there is a collector well which has been connected to this. Water is collected and water is getting pumped to the, because it is somewhat a hilly, as I'm telling you, there is a, height is there, elevation is there. So we have to pump it to the nearest village. And therefrom, they can get the water. And this is now being maintained by the Panchayat. We have handed over to Panchayat and it has like a source, it has been developed. Initially, there is no source at all. After that, it has become, I am showing you what is earlier it was. I'm showing you the river. Now it has become like this. We are drawing the water. It's a radial collection. This is the dike, which, as I'm telling you, it's a wall. And you see what it was earlier and what it has become. So that is pre-construction and post-construction. That is what has given me a lot of satisfaction. The people are there, were very happy. You see the before check dam, river condition before check dam of construction, and what it has become within a year. That is what I'd like to share with you. So that is, we later on we checked how it is getting recharged, how the other areas, the content, particularly how it is happening. We find that the water level is increasing to a great extent. Obviously, you cannot achieve everything because it's a small project given to us. Still, you will find that there is an increase of recharging and groundwater level is coming up. And that is very, very important. And fluoride contamination is also, getting less because it is getting diluted through the recharging. And it is one of the domestic, demonstrations here we did even in the roof of my, building, that I did it. And you see, let me go to, this is what is a pre-construction. There is no sort of, cultivation is possible. Now that is also one of the things, because when I asked them that what benefit you have got, they have told, sir, pani ko to mila hi hai. The most important that we can do the kheti bari here. That is what is most important. And you see the distribution of land in 2000, that's okay. What is the agricultural impact that I've already shown, that some of the areas has additionally come under this, command area of cultivation. And this was a newspaper clips when there is a, outbreak of epidemic cholera in that area before this. And after this, this has already, this is a 2010, before that, and 2015, after our intervention, what has happened. So jaundice has been reduced to a great extent. So these are the different parameters that we have seen, and we are very happy that it's really something has happened, And then this is another project we did on behalf of School of Water Resources and Engineering, and along with me, we were the national coordinating implementation is there. I was the national coordinator, and there are two institutes with me. One is the IIT Kharagpur, and this is another institute is known as it's a company. It was a MSME must be there. Super technicians. They are from Calcutta. This is from Kharagpur, and this is our Jadup University. And these are the different, the international universities and research organizations who are involved. Even one, MSME there, so small SMEs, small and medium enterprise, Ride and Aqua. So these are the different groups that were there. So all of us tried to develop something. And our, Indian consortium, the money is given by the India. Although it is a India research project, but it's a Indian consortium is totally has been given by our government of India, and the European consortium obviously by the EU. And there we did this work, basically it was a arsenic contaminated area in Murshidabad, and it's very close to the, the graveyard of Sirajuddaula, and that is, that is known as Khoshbagh, but it is 1 kilometer away from that. It is a village which is affected this way. So there we did both the groundwater treatment, that is removing the arsenic, as well as the surface water treatment. And these were helpful to supply water to 2,000 people. 2,000 people. This is the water line that we have distributed from the overhead tank that we have established there. So a lot of one way, Indian way, I did it so that it is cost effective, it will be sustainable. What the European have done, that is also good. But the thing is that when I know when they will leave the country after the project, then obviously I am answerable to the villagers that, sir, whatever you have done, today we are not getting water, that sort of thing should not come. So I have told them, although I am able to give you 4,000 people, but I am committing to 2,000. The reason being that another 2,000, which is being supplied by the European groups, European countries, that may not be sustainable. Because the reason is that after that we won't get the free, because here the sand is free and they are using, glass. What the role sand is playing, that is role in the water treatment, that is role being played there by the glass, pulverized glass, and that has also some benefit. I'm not telling you that is not benefit, but in India we have abundance of sand, but there they do not have the sand. So why not we utilize our sand in the step of the filtration? Today I'm not going to detailing all these things because it will take time. Already I have taken much of the time, but I am telling you, first thing we did a lot of. I initially developed the total, watershed, and this is what is the water treatment. This is the this is our unit. This unit is our unit. It is a total driven. No power is required. It is a slow sand filtration system. We have the there is a horizontal roughing filter bed followed by a SSF bed, and then obviously we used activated alumina, charcoal, all these things, and then we are giving the water to very good water. And I'm telling you, we can online monitor it, the SCADA system, which has been provided by our Israeli counterpart, and we are able to give really good water there itself. And now it is being managed by the local villagers itself, and they are getting 30 rupees from each family a month and supplying this water. So it's nice to see that this is still now is working. Everybody is I am requesting if anybody can go to the either in the Purulia or in this area, could visit this and can see it's possible to change the rural, water stressed areas. You can supply the water. Only the thing you need some basic management to be done there itself for the development of the water source. So this is what is that area we have taken, and we have guarded it, because I do not want that there should be, the cattle will come and they will, the people will wash the, allow the bath of cattle people, then obviously it will be, defeated our purpose. So it is protected, but everything is, very simply done. This is what is European have done with the help of a capsule. So that is a, lot of thing I can discuss with that, but that is not needed now. But we have done a very simple thing with the help of solar system, and is being run that. And this is our overhead tank, which is just below, just behind it. And from there, the water is going by gravity. It is going to the different, standpoints, which we have done throughout the village. Thank you very much. I think I should conclude here itself. This is what is another arsenic removal filter of the groundwater. We are removing the groundwater there itself. This is our technology, and this is working very nicely. There is also another, European intervention, but I am telling you, this is quite possible to deliver the thing. And the people have come up. These areas have been given to me free of cost by the, by this particular villager. He is not a big rich person, but he has come up with this. Very nice of them, and it is possible if we try to make the interactions with them. If we make a good participatory rural appraisal, you will be able to convince the people, and we were able to do that. But that took 1 year initially to make them understand what we want to do for the betterment of their life. That is what I would like to conclude. This is the specifications. This is one of the, because as I am telling you, it's an integrated approach. So we need to treat the wastewater also. This is a simple phytoremediation that we've done there itself. It's a simple phytoremediation. So after that, whatever water is coming, it would be that bad. And this is the phytoremediation. With the help of this, people, they are all with on the field itself. We did certain sanitation units also, because we want that if that open defecation takes place, our basic purpose will be, totally defeated. So this is how we have arranged, and it is very nicely that we have started the work. It happens. When it starts with a masjid, and where it ends, it is our mother temple, Ma Kali temple. So it's nice, and the people are taking, this water. So it's a really lot of benefits we got from this. And I would be really happy if anybody have any sort of interest, even to visit the site. I will be happy to help them to reach there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your nice lecture and very good information we all received. So here with us, our students and our Vivekananda Vigyan Mission, West Bengal and Jharkhand, North Bengal chapter members are here. So I requesting them, if they have any questions or if they have any doubts, they can ask. Very few minutes we have, because sir has to leave.
Okay. Obviously I am here for another 5-10 minutes, doesn't matter. But if you have any questions, I will be very happy. But at the same time, I'm telling you, I tried to project the thing. One of my colleagues has helped me in such a manner. You will find that this is what is the problem, and some of the solutions that we have done, and it all with the people, with the rural people. And this is the time when I handed over this to the panchayat, with the in presence of villagers in whatever we did in the Purulia. And this is what is in our EU research project, where we did all these things. Even the European people, they have to come and they have to sit with the people of the village, have to talk with them. We have obviously translated their, as a translator we work, and also we try to solve this. So this is the way we can, in an integrated way, can do something for our country, for our motherland. That is most important to me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So I requesting our members from North Bengal and Kolkata, if you have any doubts or any comments, so you can make it now. And from the North Bengal, I'm seeing Dr. Tamal Sarkar is there, and from Kolkata, Dr. Jajadi Nayak, and I think from Delhi, Dr. Ruby Mishra is also there. So if you have any points to add or if you have any doubt, you can do it.
No, it's fine. It's a wonderful talk, so it's fine. Yeah.
May I request our great organizer, Sri Prasad ji, if you kindly circulate my email, if they would like to, someone likes to have any query, you may circulate, you may give him my email to him also. If he wants to send
Sure.
something to me, I would be very happy to have a conversation or to try to meet his questions.
Sure, sir, sure. I am sharing the sir's email ID in the chat box. So if anybody have any doubt, anyone have any doubts, you can directly mail to Professor Ashish Majumdar ji. So here is the, you can get it that sir's email ID in your chat box. Anyone else to make any points or any comments?
I think if anything they would like to communicate, I am always there. And
Yeah,
and,
just
you know,
one
yeah,
quick point, Prasad. Just
Yes,
okay.
Jagadish.
Yeah, just what I'm telling you that since okay, yeah. So since really water crisis is a problem for us. So is there any future target that by which so every household can get water? Either any government plan or something like that?
yeah. Government of India has done one
Tentatively,
beautiful projects, known as a
let us say within 10 years or 20 years.
yeah. No, I'm telling you, we are really, government of India is doing a very nice projects now. Har Ghar Jal, we will reach water to each houses. That is what is the motto, for which government, what they would like to have is that through different funding, they are now giving the funding there, is Jal Jeevan Mission, so that we can, the different municipality, different, panchayat, they can take the fund from there, and they can have to give a good proposals and how they can link the pipeline water supply to the each houses or the stand posts that I have shown like that, so that the people can get, each and every people can get of it. So that is what is the target and government is trying to do. But I am telling you, we are here in the science community, and we have today, we have what is our obligation, I must not say, I must say what is our commitment, what is our duty to do for the people. That I am telling you, we should have to convert our most of the scientific work so that it has a direct benefit to the people. That's why I have written there, reaching the unreached through science and technology. That should be our motto. And for doing that, we need to do certain projects. Any project you do, yeah, there is an importance of pure research. There is an importance of obviously the fundamental research, but at the same time, there is equal importance of the application research. So if all of us, at least 20% of our research work, we can directly do that in the site itself, it will make a lot of changes. Government has their own sort of mission. Government is doing, every time you see, the mission is very good, but we are not being able to reach to the total goal of that mission. And there was a gap, the Ganga action plan, but we couldn't reach that. Ganga still, and then our present government of India is also trying to do a lot of things for the Namami Gange, Clean Ganga mission. And I'm telling you this, already I have told you how we are trying to do this. And there are, the survey like this, so that there should not be any effluents or untreated effluents, untreated wastewater should go to the river or to the natural system. That we have to do on one way, because that will otherwise the fresh water will be contaminated by this wastewater. So this is one of the very important lessons we have to understand. We also have to understand that government has the different programs. We need to really take the opportunity of that program, and we can do a lot of things. I have already telling you, I have a center here known as a regional facilitation center, Eastern region. I have 4 states, West Bengal, Bihar, Jharkhand, and Orissa, where a lot of farmers are working for the medicinal plant cultivation. So many things is possible. Government is giving. I have only, there was a, expression of interest government would like to have. I applied, I got it. A very transparent procedure. Have gone there, I have presented what I'd like to achieve, and government has come. Because government has a priority area of another priority area is medicinal plant cultivation. I'm telling you, everything is there. Only we have to go for that. Here it is a Jal Jeevan mission, Namami Gange, and as well as I am telling you, the Clean Ganga mission. That is one of the 3 very important work that we can, three important mission where there are a lot of opportunities to work. Even you can give the projects to the DST, to Science and Engineering Research Board. I am telling you, this sort of application-oriented project, we are giving the maximum priority. I have the opportunity to be in the board, and I know how we do nowadays. We go for this sort of projects as well. We rather encourage people to give projects on this sort of thing also. So this is the good thing. Things are changing for a better thing, but all of us have something to do, something to contribute. And on the Science Day, it is the day for the cherishment of our and also to revitalize our commitment for reaching to the unreached. That is what I think through science and technology. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Or anyone else?
Yeah, just can I ask a follow-up on that?
Sure.
Yeah. So actually, what I was telling is that maybe at local level, university level, there should be some funds available for this kind of research. For example, from government, there should be a government initiative to give some, like we have some different kinds of chair in different national laboratory or university like that. So we have particularly for this mission, we can constitute some fund, and that fund would go to the university level. Then locally it would be more when 2-3 PhD students work on this topic. Then it would be probably more helpful.
What I'm telling you, in this thing, what you can do is that if you go to the website of Science and Engineering Research Board or even the Department of Science and Technology, you will get a number of good schemes nowadays available. We are coming up one with another. There are a lot of series of missions are coming up. You see, we must say it's not a mission always. It's sometimes a call. But call is also prepared to achieve a target. You will find there are very good schemes for the scholars. Suppose in one scheme you won't get all these things. But if you try to do one after another, like I got the EU project, that is for a different, it's a European and Indian call. Government of India circulated in the DST website, it was there. So I applied for it. And obviously before that you have to do certain work like European, whatever your objective, whether that matches with the scheme or not, that is what is very important. But I am telling you, apart from that, there are schemes like nowadays we are giving very good, fellowships, national doctoral fellowships, that is being given by the ACRB. One can answer. A teacher who has joined an university or any college, even a college, if he has done certain work during that period, we call startup. That means you join an institute, within 2 years, you can give this project. And within 2 years, if you give a project, which we consider a startup project, and startup project we encourage because we understand that this guy has done a research in X university or X Institute of Technology. He has joined now Y Institute. Now there, if I can give him some project of up to 30 lakhs, he would be able to have a student, he would be able to have some basic instrumentations, which will help him to go for the bigger projects, bigger work, and advancement in his academic career. So what we do, this sort of projects that nowadays, I'm telling you, you will be astonished to know, it is no less than 400, 500, 600, 700 sort of projects every year is being awarded to this. And nowadays, everything is on the screen. You just go to the website, see that what number has been given in the last year, what has been prior to that, and what this year is going to, because this year what is going to, that cannot be given. At this moment, you can't have that idea, but you can always have an idea on the last 2 years. And you will find each and every group is giving no less than 400, 500 sort of projects. So young teachers really opened up a lot of vista. Earlier, it was not there. It's a startup grant. The grant is particularly for his expertise in the work he can establish in that institute where he has joined to build up his academic career. So this is a nice thing, Now you have to combine. Don't expect in one project I will get everything. You have to do one project after another, and you try to have 2, 3 projects also together. Doesn't matter. So this is what I think would be helpful, because initial life I also didn't get many of the projects, but once I started getting it, then gradually, obviously, I have established, some instrumentation, some laboratories, some, research groups, and that helps me in getting further projects. That is what is the aim of our government also. And I think there are a lot of opportunities are there. We have to avail it. And I'm telling you, please consult Department of Science and Technology, since it is a National Science Day program, and also the Science and Engineering Research Board, ACRB. They have a different website, and you please enter through these websites and see whatever the projects are there. If you would like to know anything for a particular project in the website of ACRB, you may contact me. I will try to give you as much possible the answers as much.
Okay, so thank you.
Thank you, sir. So I hope there is no other questions. If anyone else, then we can take the last question. Otherwise, we can wind up here. So, okay. Thank you all. So here, today's before for the of the National Science Day, we have started our programs. This West Bengal chapter of Vijnana Bharati, Vivekananda Vijnana Mission, started our programs on this National Science Days. So our next program will be day after tomorrow on National Science Day Eve, 28th February evening, 6 o'clock. That program will be coordinated by our IIT chapter. So today I would like to say the official thanks to Professor Ashish Majumdar ji. From his busy schedule, he took some time for us, reserved some time for us, and that was an excellent talk. We got a lot of information regarding this water conservation. So thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitation to talk on this National Science Day celebration. Once again, I would like to say thank you very much, sir.
I got a request from the chat box that they would like to share my, if I share my PPT, he's interested to have it. How should I do it? If you can send me your
yes, sir. Sir,
email, please send me your thing. I can send in the reply email, I will send it to you.
Yes, we already shared your email ID in the chat box. So if anyone requires this PPT, please send a
Please
direct
contact
mail
me.
to.
Please contact me. I will do. I will do the rest. I will be sending. No problem. Please contact me through email.
Yes, once again, I shared sir's email ID in the chat box.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
anyone-
you shared. I have seen. I shared, already shared. I have seen in the chat.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. Namaskar. It's a pleasure to be here with you all today.
Thank you, sir. Hope we will very soon. We will meet you in a offline program.
Thank you.
Thank-
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So I would like to say thanks to all our members of Vivekananda Vijnan Mission North Bengal chapter for attending this session, and so many of our students are attending this program in our Facebook page and YouTube channel. So if anybody wants to watch, if anyone missed, if anybody wants to repeat watch, they can message in our WhatsApp group. We will share the YouTube link and Facebook link. So this talk is already recorded that we will share with all of you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm leaving. Huh?
Thank you, sir. Okay, sure.